Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're talking about one of the cameras that's actually highly anticipated for DJI to come out, and that is the Action 2. It's been a couple years since they've done an update, so we're just going to go over some of the specs that has been leaked, but this camera is coming out in a couple of weeks, so I don't know. We'll see. Now, as you all know, this is October, which is also called Techtober, and that is because a lot of technology comes out in October. I don't know why. Maybe because it's just before Christmas with a couple of months to then, and they're just wanting to have all this stuff out there so people can have time to think about it and purchase. But anyways, we're talking about the DJI Action 2, and let's go over some of the specs that I have for you before I trip over these rocks, and we'll go over some of the leaked specs, okay? All right, so I'm gonna throw them up on the screen here as well so you can kind of go over it like I did my last video. So this model's dimension is 39 by 39 by 22.3 millimeters. Now, someone else did a video about this. I forgot which channel it was. Sorry for not remembering your channel. I'm gonna put a little video up so you guys can see, and I'm gonna put the link down in the description below so you can go check his video out, because he said the size of this camera is similar to the size that of a GoPro Max Mod lens with the case on. So that's pretty small. However, it's not as small as the Instago 2. And the significance of that is because this camera actually weighs 56 grams, which is actually about twice as much as the Instago 2. And this one is also supposed to have a pendant that you can have under your shirt and that you can clip onto. But because it has significant weight more than the Instago 2, I'm just wondering if it's going to sag more, and if it's just, you're gonna feel it, right? So that's another thing that I'm kind of concerned about. And now we're gonna go on to the sensor, because the sensor is a CMOS sensor that's 1/1.7, which should be bigger than the GoPro Hero 10 that just came out, which is 1/2.3 inches. Now next is the field of view, which is 155 degrees. That is remarkably wide. You're not gonna have trouble having a lot of people in your shot if you are vlogging with this camera. Now for the lens, this is a fixed aperture of f2.8. It's not going to be super fast of a lens, but hey, we're talking about a small action camera. Let's just settle with f2.8, okay? All right, so now for the photo, the megapixels on this is 12 megapixels. It's 4,000 times 3,000, which is 12 million. So 12 megapixels. Yes, it's not going to be your Hero 10 where it can shoot 23 megapixels and stuff like that. But you know, I think DJI is going for more video in this sense. They're putting a lot of emphasis on the video aspect and the spec sheets here, so I think they're just trying to gear towards more video than photographers. Now speaking of video, at a 4:3 ratio, we're going to be able to shoot 4K at 60 frames per second. Now if you go to 16:9 ratio, we're going to actually get to 120 frames per second, which is pretty insane for a camera like this to handle 120 frames per second. Now as you can see on the list here, it goes down to 2.7K, and then it also goes down to 1080p. Now the one strange thing I see on here is slow motion, where it says 2.7K at 120 frames per second. I wonder if that was a typo mistake within this, because I don't think this is the actual paper copy that they actually scanned, or even the one that they're about to print. I think they made a typo here, because I would say that the 2.7K should be at least 240 frames per second. Doesn't really make sense to have 120 frames per second with 4K and 2.7K. Unless they're thinking about file size, then that would make sense. But again, I hope they put 240 frames per second just for the sake of having 2.7K. And the max video bitrate is going to be 100 megabits per second. The only thing they don't mention here is it 100 megabits per second for 4K, 2.7K, and 1080? I just wonder if that is throughout the entire thing. If they listed only one here, then possibly that is the case. Now moving on to a different page now, you're going to see the recommended list for micro SD cards. Now 256 gigabytes can be put into this camera. However, you have to get the right grade. So make sure you go in this list and see what are the compatible SD cards are, micro SD card. And then you should buy that one before you purchase this, or while you're purchasing that camera, purchase it with it. Now the battery is going to be a 580 milliamp battery, which is going to give you 52 minutes of runtime. However, you can get longer battery life because this device will come with another cube. It's a modular design, just like your Insta360 One Rs, how it's all modular and you can stack them together. However, this other cube is going to be just a screen and also a battery pack. So when you do attach your camera to that battery pack or the screen, however you want to look at it, that is going to be your extended battery life. Hey guys, this is Editor Ken here. So I just wanted to point out that there's a new leak that came out as I'm editing this video, and basically what they have said was there's going to be two different packages when they sell this drone, which is going to be dual combo and power combo. Power combo is going to come with an external battery module, which is going to give you the 195 minutes, and then you're going to have another module that's a dual screen, and that one's going to have an external monitor which is going to give you 135 extended battery life. Now I'm just kind of thinking this is a little redundant, because I would have thought the external monitor would also act as a external battery. Depending on if you could turn the monitor off and on, you can just choose not to have the external monitor on, which would have saved them from selling an extra module. However, I think in terms of just marketing and being able to sell more things, they put these two options out. But anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this kind of combo deal that they got. I would have thought maybe they could have got away with 2 modules including the camera, but now they're adding an extra one. So I don't know, a little weird. But anyways, back to the video. So this camera does come with attachments, so you can put it on your dash of your car or on your front hood. But do you know who actually somewhat leaked it? I think accidentally, or he did it intentionally, I don't know. But if you go watch one of Peter McKinnon's latest videos, then, whoa, Jesus, I almost tripped. If you go watch Peter McKinnon's latest videos, you may see a little hint of this camera. So it's a little Easter egg hunt for you guys to do. Go check out his channel. I'll link it down in the description below. Honest to God, I thought I was a pretty good drone pilot, but then I just crashed into these rocks right here. Gladly I didn't go the other way. But yeah, anyways, DJI, I'm sorry. I don't know if I need a new drone, but I think it's pretty good for now. I'll email you guys if I have any issues. However, if you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you guys want to stick around to the end, I'm going to show you guys a view just around the corner here, so stick around. Woo, insane. It's like a natural made bridge over. Those are gigantic rocks. Insane.